Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and tonight I've got two TBRs for you. First of all, I've got the Step Right Up-athon TBR, and this is a reading challenge that was created, or I don't know if it was created by, but it is being co-hosted by Nikki over at I Read Past My Bedtime and Linda over at Linda's World of Books. I will leave a link to their channels in the description below, and I will also include the original video for this particular reading challenge. I believe from either Linda or from Nikki's channel. I don't think it matters. Anyway, first up, we got 5 challenges here. So first up, we got read a book with black on the cover, or enter the haunted house. Which paranormal entity has stolen your soul? Read a book with a paranormal character. For that one, I'm going to go with reading a book with black on the cover, even though technically this is a paranormal character because they do cast spells, they do put hexes on people and things like that, so that's kind of paranormal, right? And I'm talking about Witches by Catherine Meyer Griffith. Okay. And there's a lot of black on that cover. Love that cover. Cool cover. White Magic. Amanda Gibbons uses her power with great care. The people of Canaan, Connecticut would not welcome a witch among them, even a white witch, a good witch. For years, she has lived quietly in a remote cabin with Amadeus, her feline familiar. But when an evil coven filled with creatures from the depths of hell torments Canaan with unspeakable horrors and brutal slayings, Amanda knows she can hide no longer. She is the one thereafter, and she is the only one who can stop the terror. Black Magic. Ever since fanatical witch hunters consigned her to an eternity of fury, Rachel Cox has been waiting for her chance to come back to life. Now, centuries later, the time is right. Amanda is all that stands between her and her unholy vengeance. Flanked by the forces of darkness, Rachel is ready to unleash all the horror at her command. And that is Witches. Catherine Meyer Griffith. Challenge number 1. All right, number two. Read a fairy tale retelling, or visit the fortune teller. She sees something dark in your future. Read a horror, mystery, or thriller novel. I'm going to go with the fairy tale retelling, and I'm going to read Snow, Glass, Apples. And this is by Neil Gaiman and Colleen Doran. And it is illustrated, and it is gorgeous, too. It's got some beautiful illustrations there. That's just nice, just gorgeous. That's Snow White. This is a retelling of Snow White, in case you didn't know. And in this one, Snow White is a vampire. So, yeah. A not-so-evil queen is terrified of her monstrous stepdaughter and determined to repel this creature and save her kingdom from a world where happy endings aren't so happily ever after. And that's the fairy tale happy ending, in case you're wondering. All right, number 3, what we got? Read a sequel, or snack time. Corn dog, read a book with a character that isn't what they appear to be. Or snow cone, read a book that will make you shiver. For that one, I'm going to go the sequel route, and I'm going to read the book 3 of the Mythos trilogy. The Mythos War, And this is Death Goddess Dance. And I'm not going to read too much about it because it is the 3rd book in the series. It's the final book, and I don't want to give away any spoilers. It has to do with dark magic, which is going to fulfill another one of the prompts. Prompt number 5. And it also has to do with elder gods like Hastur, Cthulhu, Nyarlathotep, Shub-Niggurath, and the like. So there you go. And I'm going to put this down here in my lap so when I get to the last prompt. All right. Number 4, read a book with a scary cover or play a carnival game. You win. Choose a prize. Stuffed Teddy. Read a book that you might need someone around to get through it. Or Skeleton. Read a book that has a murder, death, or missing person. And for that one, I'm pretty sure this is going to have a murder or a death, probably a missing person too, because it's by Richard Lehman. And there's not a single freaking book out there by Richard Lehman that does not have a murder or a death or a missing, at least the first 2. And I'm going to read Midnight's Lair. That's a pretty cool cover. Look at that. Yeah. Mordoc's Cave is one of the wonders of the world, a place where thousands of sightseers every year take an awe-inspiring boat trip on a lake deep beneath the earth's surface and marvel at nature's handiwork. But the darkness is also the home of things nature never intended, things violent, bestial, and obscenely evil. And when a sudden power failure traps a group of tourists underground, the unnatural creatures who dwell there emerge from the depths. And that is Midnight's Lair by Richard Lehman. Alrighty then. Okay, next up, well, that's the fourth one. Next up is number 5. Read a book that has dark magic, or you can read the group read, which is Skullduggery Pleasant by Derek Landry, book 1. I'm going to read this one because it has dark magic in it, Death Goddess Dance. So I'm going to use this one for 2 of the prompts. Anyway, that is the Step Right Up-athon TBR. Now let's go on into the books. My TBR for my advanced review copies that I've been sent by various authors. I've got 4 here to be exact. This one was sent to me by Silver Shamrock Publishing, and it is by Catherine Cavendish, and it is The Malign Witch. All right. An idyllic coastal cottage near a sleepy village. What could be more perfect? For Robin Crow, borrowing her sister's recently renovated holiday home for the summer seems just what she needs to deal with the grief of losing her beloved husband. But behind those pretty walls lie many secrets and legends of a malevolent sisterhood. 2 witches burned for their evil centuries earlier. Once both their vile spirits were trapped there. Now one has been released, one who is determined to find her sister. Only Robin stands in her way, and the crow has returned. And that is The Malign Witch by Catherine Cavendish. Next up, I just got this one in the mail yesterday. I reached out to Holly Ray Garcia, asked her if I could possibly get an advanced review copy of this. She said yes. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Holly. And that is the Easton Falls Massacre. All right. And this is, oh, she even went and signed this one too. I appreciate this. Look at that. Her is also by her husband too, Ryan Prentice Garcia, and they both signed it. I really appreciate that. That's just so nice. U.S. Army veteran Henry Miller embarks on a hunt at the edge of the Black Forest, but strays from the path and finds himself too close to the East Cascade mountain range. Something lurks in the forest on the other side of those mountains, an ancient race of Bigfoot that have kept to themselves for centuries until one of them defies the warnings and roams too far from the safety of their home. When these two intersect, alliances are broken and events set in motion that will leave residents of the town of Easton Falls, Washington, fighting for their lives. And that is the Easton Falls Massacre by Holly Ray and Ryan Prentice Garcia. Alrighty then. Next up from Lucas Mangum, I've got his revised edition of Mania. And he also signed it. He says, "To John, beware the mother of ghosts." Let me get that in there. That's really awesome. I like that. All right. Controversial filmmaker William Ward doesn't believe in curses, but he's happy to have the hype surrounding his newest movie, an adaptation of a notorious screenplay with a dark history. As production begins and people start dying, he learns that the curse is all too real and the vengeful ghost haunting the script is only a piece of the puzzle. At its heart lies a shadowy cult manipulating events behind the scenes. As dark forces gather around him, Ward and his girlfriend Rachel must find a way to break the curse before it's too late. And that is Mania, revised edition by Lucas Mangum. And finally, I have got Polybius by David Irons. All right. October 30th, 1981. The morning was quiet. It seemed no different from any other morning. Everyone is getting ready for the midnight Halloween party at Jerry's Arcade. It's been the night the neighborhood kids have been waiting for. It's been the night the college kids have been waiting for. It's been the night they have been waiting for. There's a new machine being delivered to the arcade. It's ready. It's waiting. It's killer. Polybius. It's going to be game over for everyone. Alrighty. And that is the advanced reader copy TBR. So that is my TBR for the Step Right Up-athon. That is my TBR for the advanced reader copies that I have received and need to get read in the month of September. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you're wondering behind me, if you notice something a little bit different about my door, it used to be white. Okay, my wife said that I should tell you the story of why I wanted to paint this door red, because she said it interested her and she thinks it might interest you. Or you might say the same thing that she did, which is, you are a strange man, John. Anyway, I painted it red because I am a huge fan of the Haunting of Hill House Netflix series. And in the Haunting of Hill House Netflix series, there is the room with the red door. If you have not seen the series, I don't want to say too much about it, but basically this room is a different room for every character in the show or in the series. That is why I painted my door red, because I am a fan of the series. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great weekend and good night.